Hello again, I'm Intro and welcome to another video, and this one's going to be something video game related, and it's going to be sharing my views of what I thought about the latest Nintendo Direct that we had yesterday. Now, I know with it being Thursday, I rarely upload on Thursday, but I thought, well, I want to talk about the recent Direct last night, and I thought I'm not uploading one really late when I'm when I'm yawning and stuff. I don't like to do that sort of stuff. So I thought I'll do one the following day, even though I rarely upload on Thursday. So this is just going to be me sharing my views about the Nintendo Direct. Like I said, I won't mention in all the games, but I'll just mention about ones that really caught my eye and stuff, and overall. Now, my thoughts of the whole Direct presentation was really good. I quite liked what we were shown, and I think there was a lot of great stuff that made you think, wow, this is amazing, this is really good, and there was so much great content showed for both the Switch and the 3DS. And I'll just go on my highlights of what of both, for both systems. I think the first one I would say is Mario Party the Top 100. Now, basically what this is that it's a compilation of 100 mini-games from the main 10 Mario Party games on all, the main systems, Mario Party 1 through 10. And I think the idea of that is really good, to have, like, a whole, like, game to have all of the Mario Party, have several mini games from the Mario Party games from those first 10, and there's going to be 100 of them, which is amazing but insane. And I'm definitely looking forward to until that when it actually releases. But one thing that made me think that was some of the mini games from the original, because there's one where the first one from the N64, where you had to tilt the analog stick on the N64 controller. And because of that, people were doing it really quickly like that. And they ended up getting blisters. Now, will those certain mini-games appear in this? You know what I mean? Or will they not want to do that because they don't want casualties to happen? I don't know. You know what I mean? We'll have to wait and see if that is the case. Because I know when Super Smash Bros. 3DS came out, there were people literally breaking the circle pads because they were, because they were using it too hard, too vigorously, and that broke. You know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to that. I think it'll be a really good thing. Another one that was exciting and it was kind of shocking, which was actually a new 3DS game, and that was Minecraft New Nintendo 3DS Edition, which was a big, shock, because I never thought, that would ever happen. Now, I've thought about, about there being a 3DS version for so long, and I kept thinking, I thought, it's never ever going to happen. And when the game came to the Wii U last year, I remember thinking, I thought, I wonder if we'll get, that. So, the Minecraft game on the 3DS. And I remember thinking, it's probably never ever going to happen. And once we got this announcement, it was crazy. It really is. If anyone is interested about the game, it only works on a new Nintendo 3DS, so it does. So either the new 3DS, the new 3DS XL, or the new 2DS XL. Anything before those will not work. So if you've got an original 3DS, an original 3DS XL, or an original 2DS, the game will not work. Just to let you know if you were curious. Now, the game came out in America and Japan after the presentation, whereas for us in the UK and Europe, the game hasn't been released yet. It's supposed to be coming soon, and I hope it is, because I definitely want to try that out. I think it'll be really cool. There is also a physical release coming out later on, you know what I mean? So I think it'll be interesting to see that happen. And I think there were even a few talking about the RPGs and stuff, which is pretty cool, you know what I mean? A lot of great stuff. And I'm definitely seeing that, it's still selling well for the Nintendo, the 3DS, and just happy about that. Then I'll just go about the Switch and other games and stuff. Now, the Switch actually had a lot of great games that were shown off. A few of them that we knew, but obviously, you know what I mean, a few of them that were kind of, shocking, you know what I mean, absolute great announcements. The ones that we're talking about, like I said, they were talking about, Splatoon 2, there's an update coming, that obviously you're going to have, like, an umbrella, to guard you, so it is, which looks pretty cool in the new game and stuff, so it's just going to have, like, little updates and stuff. Same with ARMS, which again I've not played. It looks good, that I think when I do get a Switch I'll definitely get that. They're just talking about updates and stuff, which is a nice thing, you know what I mean. And then other things they were talking about were games and stuff that's coming out later on or even next year. And I think the ones that were exciting were the third-party games, because I was wondering whether or not they'd have some, and they actually had some that we knew, and then, some that we didn't know. The ones that they were shown that we did know, was that Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 are coming to the Switch. We already know that, but it's, it's still, good to hear that. We know about L.A. Noire, that's coming as well next month, in November. FIFA 18, WWE 2018, or 2K18 I should say, and just other stuff, you know what I mean. I think that's, the interesting thing about it. But I think the shocker that blew me away when I heard this is that Doom and Wolfenstein 2 are coming to they're coming to the Nintendo Switch, so they are, which is crazy that the Nintendo Switch is getting these third-party games, and it is just crazy. So it is absolutely crazy, you know what I mean? But it is amazing that it's getting these third-party games. And these two are new games. These are not PS3 or 360 releases or parts or whatever. These two, Doom from last year and Wolfenstein 2, are being released on the Nintendo Switch. And with this announcement last night, these third parties are definitely, getting me hyped up. And I'm pleased to say that they're doing this, you know what I mean? That all these third party games are coming to the Nintendo platform after so long. It is amazing, it really, really is. Other things we were talking about was obviously Skyrim and stuff, which is coming out in November. So I think it'll be interesting to see when Skyrim comes to the Nintendo platform for the first time, and I think that'll be really, really good to see, and I can't wait to play it when I do get the system. They were just talking about Rocket League as well, about the cars and stuff, the Mario and Luigi cars, as well as the Samus cars and stuff, which, are pretty cool and stuff. And they were just talking about all sorts, you know what I mean? They were talking about Project Octotraveler, sorry, which is an RPG being made by Square Enix. And the thing with this is that it's actually exclusive to the console, which is great that Square Enix is releasing something exclusively to the Nintendo Switch, especially as an RPG. Another game that we were talking about was Murphy's Law, which is a sort of first-person shooter game, which looks really, really good. When they showed that off, I thought it looks like Splatoon or something. But Murphy's Law looks really, really good, and I'm glad to see that Nintendo's getting, these type of first-person shooters that are exclusively to the console. So it might make a lot of people who game on, the Sony console, the Microsoft platform, PC, wow, might make them think, wow, I need to get that game. And then we were talking about, Sonic Force and stuff, which we know about, but it's, it's nice to talk about. And then they were talking about other stuff, which is nice, you know what I mean? And then they talked about Super Mario Odyssey at the end, which was, a good game. Looks at, again, as I said, we all know about that, but it's, the footage looks really, really good, I think, for what was shown last night. I know I kind of skipped over a lot of certain games, but I just wanted to give you my highlights and stuff, but yeah, I just want to say, overall, I think my thoughts for it was really, really good. A lot of great games, a lot of great third-party games that come into it, and it definitely is exciting a lot of people. I think after this Direct last night, Nintendo is now surprising me and now making me want to go back to them. You know what I mean? I know I buy their consoles and I kind of see them as my main platform to go, but they are exciting me a lot more now, which is great. You know what I mean? And I hope that we continue on with this trend of all the third parties going to the console, selling well, and then, you know, saying, wow, this console's selling well. Our games that we make, us third party companies, are making money off this console. And we want to keep continuing more and more games, and that is great to see. You know what I mean? A lot of people might say the dark days of the Wii U have gone, but, you know what I mean? I don't really say that. I think it's great to see Nintendo selling well for once. You know what I mean? So I don't mean to say that in a bad way. Wii U, I like the console. You know what I mean? I like the console, the Wii U. I think it's a great console. But I think it's great to see Nintendo getting back up there again. So that's my overall thoughts of the recent Direct. I just want to say I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Direct. Direct. Did you enjoy it? Did you not like it? Which parts were your favourite? Which parts did you not like? I'd love to hear what your thoughts about that are. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and my next video will be tomorrow, which will be with Alex Francis again ranting, and then my next video with me, Dominic Tropher, on Saturday. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye.